Tuesday, November 23rd, and Wisconsin has become a battleground state. On Sunday, during a parade, a person of interest, who the police have in custody right now, may have driven a red SUV into the spectators at this parade, killing 5 people, injuring they don't know how many because many people took themselves to the hospital. But at least 40 people were injured. At least 40. And this is in the town of Waukesha. Why? Why have these things been happening lately? Why? This was a Christmas parade. This wasn't a Black Lives Matter parade or an alt-right parade. This was a Christmas parade. Have we gone nuts in this country that people can't gather to celebrate? This was not a protest. This was a parade. Lots of children out there. Lots of people out there trying to have a good time in Waukesha, Wisconsin. The Green Bay Packers, who play football, sent condolences to the people who were in that crowd. They said in their statement, "Our thoughts are with the community of Waukesha this evening and those affected by this terrible senseless act that took place at the holiday parade." A holiday parade. We are grateful for the first responders and others who assisted the injured and comforted those in need. We share our condolences with those who lost loved ones. As a statewide community, we must all come together to support each other in these difficult times. So the Green Bay Packers take time out of their lives. On a Sunday when they're usually playing football, they take time out of their lives to console the people of Waukesha. Now why? Why? Why is this happening? What kind of man or woman would do such a thing in a holiday parade? Have we lost all our marbles in this country? Do we have lost our dignity, our rights, our thoughts to take care of people? These incidents of driving cars into parade, of firing guns in airports, we are acting like the dregs of humanity. No common sense, no reason. What would possess a person to drive a car into a parade? A Christmas parade. Is this guy an anti-Santa Claus person? Anti-having a good time? Or does he just feel he had to get this out of his system? A hatred that is beyond ken. Why? It's mystifying to me that we have come this far. A country that used to be looked up to has now been dragged through the proverbial mud. These incidents are crazy. Can we have a person driving cars into crowds? Is that the coming of the new revolution? Mass shootings are not enough for people. You got to drive cars or SUVs into crowds. When is enough going to be enough? When is this madness going to stop? When are we going to get to the roots of the problem in this country? When are we going to come together and say something to the world that we have finally got our act together? I don't see anything like that in sight. Are we going to be afraid to gather in a crowd anymore? Is this the madness that comes after the pandemic, as the pandemic is possibly, I say possibly, relaxing its grip on this country? Why? I cannot understand it. What could possibly have happened to an individual that would make them drive into a crowd of people? I could understand if it was a cause. Is the cause is anti-Christmas, anti the holiday spirit, anti the season, hates the winter? If you hate the winter, what are you doing in Wisconsin? You belong in Florida. What could possibly have happened here that made a man flip out like that, or a woman flip out like that? I don't know who they have in custody. I don't know whether they're saying it's a man or a woman. And then on top of that, The police were there, but they couldn't stop it. But they did get off a shot at the SUV, and luckily they didn't hit anything except maybe the SUV. They didn't accidentally shoot a person. Imagine if that would have happened. On top of 40 plus injured, we would have a shooting on our hands. I can't imagine that happened. This kind of stuff is crazy, but now we got to think about the Thanksgiving Day parade that's coming up in New York. Are we going to have some madman in New York say, gee, that's a great idea. I think I'll go out and get my SUV out, tune it up, and drive it into the crowd in Times Square? This has to stop sometime. Are we equipped to stop this type of madness? Are we equipped to recognize the fact that this country is on the edge? All of these things have to be considered. Peace-loving people out having a good time. And now 5 are dead. This country has really got a long, long way to get itself straightened out. So, I'll end with that. I'll end with the fact that we have to straighten our ass out somehow. We have to figure out a way to make people realize that the actions around this country are not democratic. They're not what this country is supposed to be. This is a country that's supposed to take care of its people. This is a country that's supposed to love everyone. This is a country that praises its diversity and yet kills people because of it. So I'll leave you with those thoughts. It's a terrible thing to think about today, but you've got to think about it. We've got to get much, much, much better in this country. So I'll say, think about it, and I'll say bye. See you in the morning.